So this is part two. What I've gathered so far is that the army has taken a special interest in my affairs as well, along with the police and government officials and a few civilians. These officials, or whoever it is that these persons are, use civilians to steal out of my personal belongings, whether it's at work or at home. I think the government officials are using their power to manipulate the judicial system here in Guyana as well. And that's why it is that I'm always getting the dirty end of the stick. In my past videos, you would also be able to identify or pinpoint some of the incompetencies behind the police force, whereas they refuse to do their jobs. And it took, for example, it took 5 months for them to actually start or just file my case against my landlord for it to go to court. 5 months. It took three officers, two male, one armed, two male officers and a female, one of which was armed, to apprehend my landlord with a given address. And they still could not apprehend that individual. And he was able to walk free today after court was finished by only paying a fine of 10,000. And mind you, I was sent to prison for a bail of 10,000 for indecent language. The army is basically, what I've gathered is, there is a female. I don't know what her position or her place is. I understand that she's a medic and she is the relative of a Michael Pereira here in Guyana. Michael Pereira has made contact with me physically. He's spoken with me. He's laid down beside me here in my the place that I sleep while I'm homeless, and he's spoke with me on multiple occasions. And I was made to understand that he is a family member of the Finance. Finance is actually the company or the group of, it's a company and a family name or a family's name. Now, these people are actually the ones that are associated with the Guyana Cycling Federation here in Guyana, the Federation Cycling Federation here in Guyana. And if you don't know, that is not my cycle, but a soldier from a retired soldier would have lent me this. So, and what I'm getting to is the army here in Guyana would have played a pivotal role in the oppression of myself in many ways. The cycle is one of which that I could remember off the top of my head. The second was the building I was working on first, or not first, but one of the buildings I was working on after I sustained my injury. It's the Optic Eye Hospital here in Guyana. A retired soldier was working there as well. He was a foreman or a manager there, and he would have fired me for inappropriate language whilst he was using inappropriate language against me.